Hello everybody, and welcome back to the SBGamefun channel. Welcome YouTube. Here we are, Sherlock Holmes. Welcome. And here we are with a new case. I believe the case is called Abbey Grange or something like that. Let's take a look, see here. Investigate the murder at Abbey Grange. The Abbey Grange affair. Holmes receives an urgent late-night summons from Inspector Lestrade. Something is wrong at Abbey Grange. It appears to be a case of murder. Now, I don't know if it's the Abbey Grange from the Sherlock Holmes, I'm sorry, the Sir Conan Doyle Sherlock Holmes books, or this is something entirely new, made in the game. So let's go there. But anyhow, hey, I found this here. Let's do a quick look. Bloodbath. I think we read this. Yeah, we did. Okay. We also read here too, right? Yes, there's no more letters. And I think our last bet was Abbey Grange. So let's go.
Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson, here you are. I'm very glad that you have come, but perhaps I should not have troubled you after all.
And why is that?
Lady Brackenstall has come to her senses, and she has given so clear an account of the affair that there is not much left for us to do. You remember that Lewisham gang of burglars?
What, the three Randalls?
Exactly. The father and two sons. It's their work. They stole a silver service, which is of great value.
Sir Eustace Brackenstall is dead, then?
Yes. His head was knocked in with his own poker.
A violent act of aggression.
Yes, the poor lady. She has had a most dreadful experience. She was assaulted and tied to a chair. But I think that you had best see her and hear her account of the facts. She's in the morning room with her maid to raise her right.
Where is the body of the deceased?
In the dining room. We haven't touched anything.
All right, I'm going to examine it.
Very good, Watson.
Okay. I believe this is the book, not the book. I don't remember the book. It's been a very long time since I read the book. But I do remember the TV shows. The Jeremy Brett, or whatever his name, however you pronounce his last name. I do remember the Abbey Grange affair there. So, let's... Oh gosh, I really don't like that third person. It's very clunky.
Lady Brackenstall awaits you in the morning room.
Okay. This is the morning room over here?
Ladies, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting Inspector Lestrade in this investigation.
Mr. Holmes, I am the wife of Sir Eustace Brackenstall. We were married only a year ago.
I am sorry for your loss. Please accept my deepest condolences.
I suppose that it is no use my attempting to conceal that our marriage has not been a happy one. I fear that all would tell you that, even if I were to attempt to deny it.
Okay, let's do a profile on her. Again, I know I know from the TV show a lot of the details. I don't know if they've kept them the same in this game version of the Abbey Grange affair. So we will attempt to try to explore what they've got planned for us. So let's take a look at her profile. Okay, she's been assaulted. Oh man, bleeding eyes there, lady. Fresh bruises, yep. Okay, there's something here. What is that? Pale cheeks. Disheveled hair. Gold brooch, kangaroo, Australian origin. So she's from Australia? Is that right? elegant dress. Which means they're rich. She is married, wedding ring. Old bruises. That looks like old bruises. Ooh. What happened last night?
Can you describe to me the events of yesterday evening?
Is it really necessary? I have already told Inspector Lestrade all that happened.
Yes, madam, it is.
I will tell you then. Sir Eustace retired about 10:30. I sat in this room until after 11, absorbed in a book. Before I went upstairs, I entered the dining room to fetch a candle and... oh God.
Please, go on.
As I approached the French window, I found myself face to face with an elderly, broad-shouldered man who had just stepped into the room. Close behind the first man, I saw two others. One of them struck me a savage blow with his fist and felled me unconscious to the ground.
And then?
When I came to myself, I found that they had secured me tightly to a dining room chair. It was at that instant my unfortunate husband entered the room.
He fought with the intruders?
Yes, I think he had heard them, for he was holding his stick. But they were three, and he eventually succumbed. One of them, the elder one, struck him a terrible blow with the poker. I fainted once more. When I opened my eyes, they had withdrawn. Then my brave Teresa came to my assistance.
Is something missing? Is that a question? Is anything missing? Meaning, did they steal anything? Is that the question?
Did these three villains steal anything?
Yes, I found that they had taken the silver from the sideboard, but you can see for yourself in the dining room.
Okay, so let's get into the crux here. You didn't have a happy marriage.
You mentioned that your marriage was not a happy one. Was there anything specific that was troubling you?
He was not a nice man when he was drunk, and he suffered from dark moods, but nothing else.
You have some old bruises.
The bruises on your hands are at least 1 week old. Your husband caused those bruises?
Oh, do you... Yes, he did. He was very angry at the time. Out of control. Again.
Drunkard.
Sir Eustace was a drunkard.
Oh.
To be tied to such a man for life is worse than death.
Your ladyship?
Okay, so let's take a look and see what we have here. Lady Brackenstall, not quite 25, is a wealthy Australian woman, or is from a wealthy Australian family. She's been married for a little more than a year. She has, in all probability, suffered a physical violence over the course of the last fortnight. The lady lives a solitary lifestyle, seldom venturing outside. Poor lady. And we found Lady Brackenstall has old bruises on her hands. They are approximately 1 week old. What is this? Lestrade's statement. It seems to be robbery which turns into murder. Lady Brackenstall was assaulted and tied to a chair. Sir Eustace Brackenstall, which tried to resist, is dead. His head was knocked in with his own poker. According to Lady Brackenstall's words, it was Lewisham gang of burglars. The three Randalls. Okay, so now our objective turns to investigate the murder of Abbey Grange, inspect the room where Lady Brackenstall is resting, and inspect the crime scene in the dining room. Alright, so we need to inspect this room here. Let's talk to Teresa.
Teresa, I would like to hear your testimony.
Certainly, sir.
And of course, I'm going to do the profile first. She's bloodshot, or, yeah. Okay, so she's wrinkled. So she's aged. No bruising on her either. Worn, weathered hands or dirty hands or what? Working hands, yep. Handkerchief, vinegar, smells, resuscitation, caring. Okay, so she was applying aid. And of course there's leftover blood. Handkerchief. Oh no, that's not blood, it's coffee stains. Tell me about last night.
As I sat by my bedroom window, I saw 3 men in the moonlight down by the lodge gate. But I thought nothing of it at the time. Oh, if I'd known.
And then?
I went to bed, and it was more than an hour after that I heard my mistress scream. And down I ran, to find her tied to the chair and him on the floor with his head smashed. That's all I know.
Okay. Oh, why did he repopped right there? Okay, so let's walk around. Let's do this one quick. See that? They want us to use our Sherlock talent. Let's examine this, and then we'll do the whole thing. Two women.
This photograph of Lady Brackenstall and her maid Teresa was taken at a port. But which one?
But which one? Rock of Gibraltar, Adelaide, 1893.
So the lady and her maid came from Australia a year and a half ago on this ship.
Oh. And nope, we don't have anything else.
A trapper's hut.
Okay, so these pictures have some relevance? No? Oh, look. Examine the table. A newspaper. So let's examine the newspaper. Family business booming. The Randall gang is back on the street. Less than a fortnight ago, this infamous family of burglars, the Randalls, as they are known, made their reappearance by way of a brutal but successful intrusion into one of the wealthier homes in Sydenham. The police are already on their trail. However, the details of the crimes are being kept confidential, including the name of the victim. A witness was able to provide a precise description of all 3 men, and this will surely give the police a chance to complete their profile on this family of delinquents. We would take the liberty of reminding our esteemed readers about this highly dangerous band, and to provide the full description as it is available at this moment. The gang has been in business for some considerable time, being a family of 3, a father, his 2 sons. The elder, Jack Randall, is a man in his 40s and already gray-haired. While of average height and build, being the mastermind behind the burglaries, he retained control over his sons, both of whom are close in age but very different in appearance. The first son, William Randall, is tall and broad-shouldered with a small, disproportionate head. The younger brother, Melvin Randall, is of a somewhat weaker constitution and is as skinny as a rake. The gang is wanted not only for their frequent thefts and break-ins, but for the exceptionally brutal pirate career they enjoyed before returning to England. Be alert, and may your valuables stay safe. Okay, that's the inspector's letter to us, and here is the Times newspaper article. So now we can read on. Teresa is very attached to her mistress and has known her for a considerable time. She is the only resident serving at the Abbey Grange, cooking for her, serving and nursing Lady Brackenstall. She would not hesitate to protect her in an event of any trouble. So now we have a picture. The Rock of Gibraltar, 1893, the name of the ship, and the date of the Lady Brackenstall and her maid's voyage from Australia.
The description of the Randall gang provided by Lady Brackenstall is identical to the one in the Times article.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at see if there's anything details that are people are inclined to overlook. Okay. I don't see anything here. Okay, I don't know why it popped up like as if I should have. Yeah, right here, see? It popped up. Picture. Oh, look at that. Scratches.
These scratches are most definitely made by the picture frame.
There's a safe.
This is Sir Eustace's safe. There may be something important inside. I must ask Lady Brackenstall to open it. This is Sir Eustace.
Okay, let's ask Lady Brackenstall. The safe, Lady Brackenstall.
Lady Brackenstall, could you open this wall safe?
No, it is my husband's safe. I do not know the combination.
We have to open it. Your ladyship?
Okay, so we may have to find the combination for it. Will it allow me to...
Let us try to open this safe.
Oh, yes.
This safe can be cracked. I only have to pay attention. The dial will vibrate when it is set to the correct number.
Okay. Okay, A... I keep pressing to confirm, but A is rotating left and D is rotating right. So let's rotate. Okay, that's a full circle. Oh. Okay, so the inner circles. We have to, oh. Okay, so I got the idea. So when it wiggles, find the number closest to it. Achievement, my gray matters. So we have a safe here full of dough. Man, this guy was rich. Okay, clearly no robbery.
It is common practice to keep one's valuables in a safe behind a painting. It should not really pose a challenge for a criminal.
Mm-hmm.
Antique coins, possibly of value. but they're scattered without care. Antique... It is common.
Okay, so let's take a look at this medical report. Sir Eustace, your current physical and mental state is of great concern. There are several signs of a hepatic decomposition. The last time that we met, your eyes were bloodshot and your skin was tinged with yellow. Jaundice? No. There is a particular odor from your breath that is common in those suffering from liver damage. Then there are the lung abscesses that we have discussed. The leg cramps you have described to me are caused by alterations to the nervous system, which in turn is caused by an excess of alcohol. That includes the tremors. Your liver seemed excessively hard at the time of your examination, which is a sign of an evolving cirrhosis. There are also signs of ascites fluid in the peritoneal cavity, which are evident with your swollen stomach. The pain beneath your left rib indicates a pancreatic malady, which may lead to fatal and fulminant pancreatitis. Your condition may pose a risk to others. Your excessive alcohol consumption lowers your self-control and heightens your aggression. I am available to help with you with this problem. There are a number of treatment options. So, the senior, Brackenstall, not only was he a drunk and a wife beater, he also suffered from some ailments caused by excessive alcohol. So he was probably in the dying in his remaining days here. So let's take a look at the... Okay, we got the medical report. A medical report found inside the morning room safe, which states that Sir Eustace Brackenstall endured poor health. He suffered an addiction to alcohol and a nervous disorder. There is a locked safe in the morning room at Abbey Grange Estate. It might contain some important information. Yes, and we've gotten those. All right, so Green. The inspection of the room here is complete, and I know that there was some stuff popped up in our deduction screen, so let's take a look at it. Violent behavior. The Randalls are well-known criminals identified. Randall's blame. The robbery was faked, and the whole story invented in order to blame Sir Eustace's death on the Randalls, or the Randall gang's testimonies and evidence match and point to the Randall gang. Okay, see, like I said, I've seen it already, so I'm most likely I'm going to pick the easiest route. This is what I believe it to be. Okay, so let's go back to the clues. Criminal identified, violent behavior. No, we don't. That's wrong. Nope. Okay, so none of these are... pop out, so we're done with that. We don't have everything right now, so now we need to go to the other room. Is that right? Inspect the crime scene in the dining room. Okay, so let's head to the dining room. So this is the front door. Yeah, so this must be the dining room right here.
You should examine the body of Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
Thank you, Watson. So let's do a quick walk around. So that's the door. I take it to the outside. There's sunlight coming through there, peeping through. Some glasses there. chair, I guess, where she was tied to.
Sailor's knots. That's interesting. This rope was handled by the murderers. We need a scent hound to follow their trail. I will take it with me.
Okay, so I guess we're going to involve Toby. Go find Toby. Okay. Is there anything else?
This is the chair that Lady Brackenstall was tied to.
All right, green. So let's take a look at this. This is like a hutch where the stuff was stolen. It makes no sense to bust everything up and not take anything. Bottles.
These wine bottles are expensive and mostly from France.
So he
These wine...
got expensive.
This candlestick is valuable. It is interesting that it was not also stolen.
Yep. So there was a crime here, a theft, but nothing expensive was taken. Or at least little of it. Only a silver box.
An empty silverware box. It appears that the intruders have stolen the contents.
Okay, so they have stolen. Okay, there is something else here. That's green.
This candle...
Okay. Is that green? Nope, it's still...
This candlestick is These wine bottles are expensive.
There's something here I'm missing. I won't be able to move forward unless I find out. Oh, look, here's the empty one.
A bottle of wine is missing here. The criminals did not thoroughly ransack the house. They only took a little silverware.
So they only took very little. What is this door?
This door leads to the upstairs bedrooms. Apparently the criminals did not venture there. A deer hunt.
A deer hunt. Let's take a look at this here.
This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing.
Beeswing?
There is beeswing at the bottom, as if the wine had not been decanted before being poured.
There we go.
This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing. It is rather strange that only one of these glasses has dregs of beeswing inside it, while the other two are clear. A decanter standing next to the open bottle, an inseparable pair indeed. Chateau Calon Ségur, French wine, Grand Cru.
Grand Cru. Okay, so we have 3 cups. Drank by the criminals? That's a good question. And there is Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
So, Watson, what have you learned from examining Sir Eustace's body?
Well, I can confirm that the death was instant. Sir Eustace was facing his attacker when he received the blow to his head. There are no other apparent injuries.
Well, it looks like he took a hard one.
The head was cracked with the force of the blow. That must be the murder weapon. Quite a large stick, a formidable weapon. Barefoot, he had therefore been in bed and did not have time to fully dress.
Wow. Blood splatter.
It is covered in blood. Sir Eustace might have struck his head upon it while falling from the blow. That is one possible explanation.
All right. Okay. Watson, do you have a comment?
The death was instant.
Okay, so look at that mantelpiece. What is that? That is a piece of rope.
It appears that the bell rope was cut by someone taller than me.
Oh, we inspected the room. Complete. But there was something here, the mantle. I guess the bell, oh, the bell rope hung down right here. Okay, so we are done here. So we investigated the scene, both the where Lady Brackenstall is resting and the dining room crime scene. Found a few more items. Let's take a look at this here. The medical report, and then the rope. Performed analysis. We have to perform an analysis. A piece of bell rope that was used to tie Lady Brackenstall to a chair. It may still have the scent of the intruders. 3 wine glasses. 2 glasses with traces of decanted wine, but without beeswing, and a 3rd glass with wine and a large amount of beeswing were found in the dining room. So what is the significance? I don't remember that from the book. Or the TV show, should I say. All right, so we need to collect Toby from Baker Street and follow the scent trail. All right. And I believe that is going to be it for us. Let's go ahead and head back to Baker Street, and we'll wait there and collect Toby on the next episode. All right, here we are back in Baker Street, 221B Baker Street. I think it's 221B. All right, appreciate you joining me today on the next episode of Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishment. On the next episode, we will maybe do some analysis. Yep, we can analyze the rope. We can pick up Toby and head out, I guess, find the scent. But I guess we need to analyze the rope first, then get the scent over to Toby. So that's what we'll do on the next episode. Appreciate you joining me on this one. If you like my kind of content, it's hard to say that this is goofy because I'm actually allowed to move more at a leisurely pace. If you put me under the vice, as they say, I would spaz out. Anyhow, but if you like this kind of content, make sure you click on subscribe and click on the bell to get notified when I upload new content. And I hope to see you folks back on the next episode. Appreciate all the people watching. So we will catch up on the next episode. Until then, have a good one.